Give me a few minutes to set things up and we'll get started. I just need to set a few things up first. But hello to everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever it is for you. It's about the afternoon for me. Let's see. Alright, I'll go ahead and get my Unity Hub open. So what we're doing today, we'll be doing my first live stream. So if things are a little wonky, things mess up, or just as in general weird, it's because it's my first live stream. I hope you enjoy it. But what we'll be doing is making a Stick Wars clone. If you've never played Stick Wars, I can bring the game up real quick. Let me just find it. I believe Congregate probably has one. And we'll just play through whatever the first part of the game is real quick, so you know what we're going to be making. Let's get it to load up Flash, since nothing likes to work with Flash anymore. Is it gonna load? Eventually it's going to. Eventually it will. There we go. Alright, so what Stick Wars is, it's like a broken game. Ah, cool. It's you summon your enemies or your units against the enemy units. You fight, and if your units are able to win, you have to try to take their tower out while defending your tower, and yeah. We'll do a quick play of it. It's been a long time since I've actually played this game. This is one of my favorite games in high school, so it's probably been like, I don't know, 10 years. Turn the desktop audio down a bit, and my speakers down. Alright, so as you can see, I've miners who mine for gold. You create a miner to help boost your economy. You can use arrow keys and WASD to move the units. We're not going to be making the game exactly like this, but this is the core concept of the game. You can create attacking units. They get queued in and load in. Alright. You can use the arrow keys to move the map around. The enemies have the exact same base as you. They're going to be summoning enemies and miners and trying to destroy your base. He's already got an archer coming after me. So we can send our units that we created after his. You know, pretty simple. So, I don't think we really need to play more of this. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get started. We'll just hit a new project. We're going to call it Stick War Clone. It's actually going to be, we're going to do a 2.5D project, so I'm going to put it as 3D, although we're going to be using 2D graphic assets in a 3D world. Alright, so I'm going to create my project. It's going to take it a minute to load up. Sadly, Unity does not load that fast, so I have a Ryzen 7 processor, but it still takes a while. Okay, I think the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and open up Photoshop also, and we'll create the character that we'll be using. It's probably not the first thing we need to do, but it's the first thing I'm going to do. It's going to be something like these guys. I could just use that guy, actually. Would that save time? Should I do that? Being interested. Yeah, we'll just use him. Why not? Let's do that. I think I already have him saved as a character. Well, we'll just export him again. If I even remember how. We called this Stick War Clone. We're going to create a new folder for it. Put it in a graphics folder. We'll call this Entity or Character. Yeah, Character and Character PSB, because that's what it is. Okay, we have it loaded up in Unity already. We're going to have to install some packages. We're going to use the 2D bone package and the animator for him, I think is what they're called. Let's go see. All packages, show preview packages. So we're going to install 2D IK, 2D animations, and 2D PSD importer. That should be all the ones we need to install. If we want to install Sprite Shape and play around with that, we can. No reason not to, but for now we'll use the 2D animation and 2D IK. Alright, we'll install the 2D animation. It's going to take a minute to install all of these packages. I think I have some music I can play actually that shouldn't get me copyright striked. Hopefully. Let's install the PSD importer, so we can actually read this file. Oh, does it need to be a PSD? We saved it as a PSB. I wonder if a PSB will work. Probably not, since it says PSD, right? Oh, cool, it does work. Cool. We have it set as a character rig. We can go into the sprite editor. It already has all of our pieces separated. Let's just go into the skinning editor. What did I change on it? I didn't change anything. Did I accidentally drag one of my boxes? Whatever, hopefully not. Okay, let's create some bones. We'll have a hip bone going up to the chest bone, neck bone, head bone. I usually just create them and then we can move them to where they need to be after we create all the bones, because right now it's sort of hard to see where they all need to be at. We'll just do that. Do another one for this arm. Now, let's put them where they're supposed to be. We can go to Edit Joints. Let's click on this leg. It's the front leg, which is going to be these bones. I think we'll put it about right here. The kneecap is about here. And there we go. Let's try to click on the other leg. That worked pretty well. It's pretty much in the exact same spots, just slightly over and behind it. Oh. I feel like I'm slouching really bad. I have my microphone kind of covering part of my computer, so it's making me want to like duck under it, even though it's not really hiding anything at all. Let's see. We'll move his arms to about here. Oh, maybe I should click on it. Just move this out of the way. That looks about right. Let's try to click on the other arm. The neck will be more about like this. Head looks fine. The body looks reasonably fine also. We can just kind of adjust it a bit. I'll put the, whoa, which bone is this? Oh, that was my arm bone. I can put the download link to this character in the description really quick, actually, if anybody would want to use it. Because I'm probably going to be streaming for a while, so it wouldn't be hard to catch up with me if you wanted to follow along. I can go ahead and do that really quick. Let me apply this, just so in case anything messes up. Alright, I'm going to put it on my, my bit bucket. I'll put it on my Dropbox. That should be a lot faster. Is it opening? So much faster it is, huh? I don't know if it's doing anything. Okay, back to Bitbucket. Screw it. Oh look, here it is. It opened. Cool, I have the link copied. I'm pretty sure I can put it in the description of the video pretty easy, maybe. Not actually sure, now that I think about it. I see the title. YouTube just released some new streaming thing, so it's a good bit different. I've looked at it before, but I might have to actually go to my channel to edit the... Ooh, I almost clicked end stream. Details. Live chat. Yeah, I guess I'll have to go to my channel. Almost done, and we'll get back to actually doing something, right? Okay, took a minute. If anybody wants to follow along with the character or just want to use this character for your project or for whatever reason, the download links for it's in the description. Go ahead and grab it. It's a free graphic. Why not take it, right? Free graphics are nice. So, where were we? We got all of our bones positioned. Let's get our geometry created. Reparent. I forgot what I'm doing. I'm lost. I'm lost. Oh, yeah, doing bone influences. That's what we're doing next. Okay, so the bone influence on the head, we'll just have the head bone, so we need to remove the neck. We'll go to the neck. We don't need that bone. Nope. Just need the neck bone. I guess the head could influence it a bit, actually. Yeah, the head maybe should influence the neck a little bit. Let's go to the arm. This is the front arm, and that is the... I can't even tell. Are we on the front arm or the back arm? I think that's the back arm. Yeah, this is the front arm. So this one needs that bone, so it doesn't need this one. We'll take this one out. Take that one out. The neck should not influence our arms. This is the... It's so hard to tell. Everything's just over each other. We do need this bone, I'm pretty sure. We'll take that out. That's the waist bone. Forearm bone. Bicep bone. Chest bone. Take that out. Hand bone. Alright, cool. We have that arm set up. I'll probably, after we do this live stream, I'll probably go through and cut and trim this and make a much nicer and easier version of this to follow if anybody's just watching it to learn how to make this game. Which I'm sure, I would assume that's what everybody's watching it for, now that I rethink about that. Alright, where are we? This is his front arm bone. We'll take that out. Hip bone. Did I deconnect these from each other? Oh no. No, I didn't. Ah, these are so confusing, overlapping each other like that. So we do not need this bone. Wait a minute. Fra! We'll take that one out. Okay. That's all the bones we need. Bicep, forearm, and hand. Forearm, bicep, hand. Okay. We'll go to the chest. Or the whole body, I guess. This is worth it for animating once we get done doing it. It's definitely worth it. Makes our life a good bit easier. Should the neck influence the body? Maybe just a hair pinch? Maybe a hair pinch. If not, we can just go back and remove it later. Alright, so we have the hip, the chest, and the neck bone. Move on to the legs. That was so much less painful than the arm was. Yeah, I think it's good. Clicked on it a couple times. Alrighty. Let's see how well this is working. Okay, so the head should influence the neck, huh? I do have it influencing the neck. I guess it just doesn't have enough influence. Yeah, it has like hardly any. So, we'll go to I feel like I'm forgetting something here. What am I forgetting to do? Oh yeah, we had to click on this. Whoa, such hardness. That'll probably be nice, huh? Let's add a little to here. Looks pretty good. Not too shabby. Looks good enough for me. I'm happy with it. We've already like diverged from a straight Stick Wars clone quite far. This isn't exactly a stick character, but it works. Let's check the other bones, how they move. Ben's pretty good. Doesn't really matter about the hand movement, that'll be hardly visible. Nice, we got some arms. Check the legs. It's not bad, I'm not going to complain about that. We're not going to stress over small details. Later on, we can always go back and fix small details, right? I think everything looks pretty good, actually. Not too shabby. Yeah. Whew. I feel like we've already done a lot. It's time for a break. Alright, let's go ahead and create a plane. Just so I have something to look at. Cool. This plane will be where our characters are gonna walk at. Pure Unity, it might just be the 2018 version, but this lock button just locks itself all the time. It's so irritating. And maybe it's when I leave 2D it doesn't unlock or something. I don't know. Frustrating. Quite frustrating. Let's move him back. Let's go ahead and angle the camera where we're going to want it for this game. We're actually going to have it at a bit of an angle. Is he billboard? I'm not actually sure. Looks like it's billboarded. I'm looking like straight down, right? I don't think it is, but we're gonna see. Yeah, no it isn't. But I think it's gonna, it looks good enough, right? Yeah. So much detail work before we do anything. It's fine though. Alright. Let's go ahead and add IK to him. New limb solver. So the first one is going to be an arm. Where's our arms? The limb solver is 2 bones, so we want it at the front of the wrist and not on the hand bone. Let's go ahead and put it right around here. It's on the wrist, but still in front of the hand. Call this is the rear arm. Cool. Now we have an IK arm. Alright, anyways. Let's set up the one for the next arm. That's not an arm. Shouldn't the other arm be right here? Oh yeah, it is. Duh. Oh, we already have a problem. You shouldn't name these the same. I don't remember where it was or what I was doing to get the error, but there is an error you'll get if you name your limb solver 2D the same as this. Oh yeah, it's when animating. When you start animating, it gives you an error. So just put solver on the end of your name. Front leg solver. This is the front leg, right? Looks like the front leg. Close enough to the front leg. the one we're doing? Yeah, that's the one we're doing. Cool, we have all of our legs and arms set up now. Hell yeah. Should be easier to animate. We're getting somewhere. So, if you're ever using these and that confuses you, if you're on your solvers and you click Restore Default Pose, or if you're on this restores the default pose of your limbs for the majority of the time. So yeah, or you have to click it twice, I'm not sure. It just, I don't know, it acts funny sometimes. Alright, we have him set up. What should we do? Should we start coding or should we start animating? Good question. Coding or animating? I think that we'll start coding. Yeah, coding probably makes more sense. Let's make a prefab folder to put this guy in. Original. Let's create us a scripts folder. Oh. Or let's create a script, huh? What's the first script we're gonna call? I don't know yet. We'll figure it out in 2 seconds. Create folder scripts. So the first thing we want to do is spawn enemies or spawn our units into the world, but we don't want to hard code files for every single unit, so we need to think of a way to have one file represent any object in the world pretty much. So we'll create a script called an entity. That'll be the very first script we do. Entity. And this is going to hold pretty much references to other scripts. It's going to be like the God entity script. Now the question is it a mono behavior? I believe so. We'll do it component based. Trying to decide on the scripting workflow we'll do. A lot of times I like to make everything like just a class like this and use my class to represent the prefab, so I'd have like the game object character model, and then I would just use that to do all the programming, and I'd hold everything on here. But I think we're going to do more of a component workflow for this video. So this will be an entity mono behavior, and it'll do different things based off what other components you have. Like if you have an entity movement, then the entity will be able to move. If it has an entity health, then it'll have health. So if it has a health entity component, your entity destroy component would look for the health on the health component, and so on, various things like that. So that's what we'll do. So for now, I think we'll do that. Are our units going to have different types of movements? Well, we have flying units and stuff. I guess we could technically just go ahead and set it up that way. Yeah, we'll go ahead and set it up that way. So we'll create a C# folder. We'll call it movement. And this will be an abstract class. Not sure what functions it's going to need yet. Probably one called move. Alright, and the first movement script we'll do, because well, I'm not actually sure if we're going to add flying units, we're going to pre-create for it. We'll call it ground movement, which is going to inherit from movement, which means we need the function, this one, move. Not really sure what the movement class is going to do yet, but we have it set up. Let's actually bring him back in. We'll start putting our scripts on him, so he's an entity. Remove this actually. This is going to be the model, so we need a holder for the model. The reason I called it entity unit and not just entity is because we could actually use the entity script and our entity health script and the entity destroy script, those two scripts that don't exist, that are in my head and now hopefully in yours. We'll use those scripts, just the entity and the health and destroy scripts, on our tower that we're supposed to be protecting, and so we don't really have to code anything else. We can just use the moving character code for the tower also, just by not adding extra scripts to it. That's why I'm using this workflow. I think it'll be a pretty simple game with this workflow to set up. Hopefully, we're about to find out. Okay, moving on. Let's close out of some stuff. Don't need Photoshop open anymore. Open my freaking bar. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Does anybody else ever have this issue? Or is it just me? Or is the computer the only one that does this? Alright, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Man, having my microphone, I'm literally like, I feel like I'm a troll. Oh well. It's so much nicer because I usually have it on my desk and it covers up this whole like front section of my screen. Like if the webcam was my computer's monitor, this whole section is usually like covered by my microphone. But now the microphone's like right here. I guess I could just, no, I'm not going to show you. It'd take me too long to reset up my webcam. Alright. Where were we? Let's drag these scripts onto here. We have the entity script, ground movement script, and we can't put movement. See what happens if we put on. Can't add script. Behavior movement. This script class can't be abstract. So, for now, let's make the ground movement class just move the object to the right. And we're going to actually, is it the, I guess it is, should be this script that applies that movement. So we'll make an update for it. We don't have an update in here, correct? Cool. If you did have an update in here, just, I don't know, in case anybody's curious, we'd need to actually make another void called extend update and then override the extend update in this class and then call extend update inside of the update of this class, or else it would only call one of the updates and not both, or something like that. I can't remember. I remember like a year ago I was doing this and I came across an issue like that. But anyways, we'll call move in here. Actually, I guess there's no reason to do it like this. We'll put it inside movement. And if we run it, we'll actually find out if I need to do the extend update at some point by doing this. Okay, so we'll do, just for now, we'll make him walk We'll make the character walk in whatever direction he's facing. So his direction is his scale. So I guess we could do this. Transform.scale is equal to -1. I might be end up doing this like some long way instead of an easier way, but whatever. Transform dot. So if your local scale is that, we're gonna want to move to the left. Then if it is not -1, then it's most likely 1, so we'll want to move to the right. Dot X. Let's see if that worked. It's always fun seeing if what your program actually works. Even as simple a script as that. Nice, he's moving. He's doing some moves. Alright. I'm probably gonna use rigid body movement, I think. Because then we can add some ragdolls and various other cool things that Stick Wars doesn't have. Oh. Stick Wars 2 might have it, but no. We're making Stick Wars, not Stick Wars 2. So, yeah, let's go ahead and add the rigid body. We could actually save this off if you wanted to. There's no reason not to since we have it set up this way. We could rename this from ground movement to say, or maybe leave it as ground movement and then create your next script as like physics ground movement or something. Do I want to do that? Is there anything that we're going to need that's not going to need to move with physics? I don't know. We'll just call this one transform movement. So we don't have to delete it. We might as well have them both, right? Let's create another C#. We'll call this ground movement. I'm just gonna call it ground movement, not ground physics movement, because it's gonna make our life easier. Even though I know we just talked about that, but you know, whatever. I guess it's not gonna be easier to copy and paste. I'll just make our life harder. Okay, so this one needs a rigid body and stuff. We'll do rigid body. RB. Oops. We're actually going to set up the extend start thing I talked about. I probably won't be exactly super explaining things in this video. I will in the later video when I go back and chop this up and make it easier to watch. This is more just me making the game and live streaming it to y'all at the same time. I'm watching the chat, so I mean, if anybody wants to like say hi, feel free to say hi. So we're extending the start for an overridable void that'll always run in here. Well, then add it. Override, extend, start. The reason we did that is because we need to set up our rigid body and stuff inside of here. You thought I was gonna drag and drop it in the inspector? No, I'll gladly write more code to keep me from having to drag and drop stuff in the inspector. What am I, an animal? I think that's all we need. We'll actually use about the same code exactly. Just gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna Google to see if most people use move position on rigid bodies. Because why not? No reason not to. Okay, and you do need to use time.delta time on a move position. Wasn't sure since we're using it on a rigid body. I figured maybe it was like adding a velocity to it, because I don't think you need to when adding a velocity, but yep, anyways. There we go. That should give us some rigid body movement. We can go to here. Oh, maybe we should add a rigid body, huh? Rage. Looks good to me. Am I in? Man, that was confusing looking. I'm still confused. Am I inside the, like, I don't know. Where is everything? Okay, it is just because my plane, I guess, doesn't have a bottom and it's not showing the sky. Alright, yeah, we're good, we're good. Okay. Yay, we have some movement now. Beautiful. Shit looks so fucking weird. I don't know why this shit looks so weird. Oh, I was in... That makes so much more sense. I do not remember clicking to go into ortho view. Okay, let's add us some walking animations. Those were old errors. So to do the walking animation, it's usually best if you go to Google or whatever your preferred search engine is and find a walking run set or a walking keyframe set. I usually always use the same one if I can find it. I should probably download it since I use it so much. Mike, I want to show you the video, but I'm not risking getting copy strike just from showing you an image. So go to Google and find the image yourself, because I'm not showing it to you. I have to close out of my chat so I can see the image better for this part though. Alright. This is a lot easier in Blender because you can flip your animation around, but let's get to work. It's not going to do it itself. So we need our back leg. About like this. Front leg can come out. One thing we also need to see, how far from, so this should be your default character's head height. I'm not sure. Oh, it's so hard to tell. I guess we're just gonna assume that. Whatevs. Angling forward a bit. This is my back arm. I need my front arm to go backwards. My back arm like this. Looks pretty goody. This will help us if we do this. We'll create a cute... No! That should be fine. Let's create some ground plane for us to look at. There we go. Alright, cool. We have a ground plane now. Alright, that's frame 1. I guess we should make it play really slow and then we can speed it up or some shit. I don't know. looks about right. There we go, that looks better. Alrighty, next frame. We need to move him down a little bit further. This will be his lowest frame. It's nothing but up from here. His leg should be about right under his butt. It looks a little low. Whatever, we'll just see what it looks like and we can edit it later if we don't like it. Bring this down. The up. I think this is starting to look pretty decent. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay. Animating is a tedious task, that's for sure. It's worth it in the end, though. It's really hard to, like, you can download a whole bunch, like, Mixmo's got a bunch of animations for 3D and stuff. But you'll swiftly find out that those animations are pretty much only usable very limitedly. Like, as soon as you try to create an animation to add on to them, doesn't match too well unless you're a pretty damn good animator. So it's best to just make your animations yourself. I think I started doing my arms backwards or something. No, never mind. Just looking at it backwards. Alright, we're doing fine. Next frame. Next frame. Fully outstretched leg. Move just teensy bit down. Okay, this one needs to be like this. Pop her out. Good enough for me. Jesus Christ, animating is a task and a half. Alright, so just come down a pincer more. Alright, now the last frame of this one. I think we need to come down a hair a bit more. You can hardly see any downward movement at all. Oh man. Alright, this is the last frame of the first set of the animation. I'd be surprised if anybody was actually watching this. This is a thing right here. It's not looking too bad. We're doing decent on it. Oh, we're halfway done with the run animation. At least I'm pretty sure we just have to do one run animation. We should be able to use this for everybody. Like, okay, so we have the fully stretched out. Where's the hell's its dot at? Oh man. Kind of forgot animating takes so long. It's probably the most... I would have quit watching a while ago. Sorry I've made you have to watch such an interestingly boring stream. Larg, whatever, I'm just moving it down. I was trying to get it the same as the other frame, but fuck it. Whatever, man. Whatever. Can't be bothered. Where'd my music go? Wasn't I listening to music at some point in time? Thought I was. Is it playing? Sounds like it. A little bit. There we go. Knew something sounded boring. Okay. probably thought you were gonna come here, learn how to make a game real fast, be a short stream, learn real quick. Oh no, brother. There's nothing in game dev that's short or quick. Especially watching it live. There's gonna be a lot of bullshit. Lots of bullshittery. I'm allowed to cuss because I'm not monetized yet. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Uh-oh. This one's supposed to be here. And this one's supposed to be here. Starting to look like a run animation. We're getting somewhere. I'm not just wasting my time. See, I promise. Stick with me, boys. You might learn something. Or you might get the privilege of teaching me something. I guess a better way of putting that is I get the privilege to learn something. Not that. Not an expert. Never claimed to be an expert. But I do have years of experience. Been developing games since... oh god. I don't know. That's all I've ever done. Okay. Man, we're almost done. Okay, let's go down a little lower. Move this bad boy out a bit, face that toe up, we'll stretch this leg backwards. Yeah, boy, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. We don't even have to do the last frame, we can just copy this one. Let's see what it looks like. There's still something we have to change. It should be an easy change though. But it is a run animation! We have a run animation. Let's just stare at it and take a break for a second. That was a lot of work. Alright, let's fix the problem. Excuse me. Pretty sure it's an easy fix. Looks better, right? I think that looks a lot better, maybe. Let's make it loop correctly. To do that, we can just move a frame backwards and add another frame in. We can speed it up. I think that speeds it up. Or does that slow it down? Okay. Damn it. We added a really weirdness to it. Fuck me. If we just speed it up, will it make it look better? I mean, that's nowhere near fast enough, right?
What do you know about all the filth that's going on here, huh?
Unselect it. Oh, we made a keyframe animation. We could do that. If we can't get it to look right, we can just increase this to like a really high rate. And that looks reasonably smooth actually. But oh, there we go. Auto works nice. That's pretty smooth. I don't know why I keep putting in 280. 280 just seems nice-ish. Let's go a little higher. 360. It's not the best run animation, I'll give you that. It's not the best animation ever. But it's good enough. I think it's decent. I think it's decent. It looks alright. It looks alright. I like it. We have a directional light in the scene, boy. was wondering what that white square was. It's what I used for the ground. Completely forgot I added that. I was so confused, not gonna lie. Let's put a sky like that in. That looks nicer to me. Maybe not. Completely irrelevant. Don't know why I'm even doing this. Alright, we have our walking character in. Or running, I guess. I guess he's running, not walking. Okay, so let's make him play this animation when he's moving. It already added a animator to it with this character PSB controller. We can go to the controller. Oh man, we gotta add an idle in. The idle will take literally 2 seconds. Okay, so that's first frame of idle. It's literally just this. Oops. Record. Pop. Okay, so I'll just kind of like jiggle his arms and stuff a bit, maybe. Probably not have his arms in like a modeling stance position, I suppose. Maybe extend his feet out a little so he's not so stiff. Get my feet straight. Looks reasonably straight. Cool, now let's just copy and paste this. Add a frame here. Delete these, and we have a looping animation. A very, very fast looping animation. Looks good to me. Alright, cool, we have our idle. We can go to here, we'll set the idle as the default. Let's gonna be a really simple animator for now. Oopsies. Back in our script file. So in ground movement, I guess this should actually do an all movement, right? Oh, so if we're doing that, because all movements will need an animation, correct? Correct? So I guess we should make the animation changes in the God class of the movement. I suppose we'll make a boolean called isMoving. And then we can set it to true inside of here. We'll just say isMoving, which I should have access to. There we go. So isMoving is true, and then in here in the update, we'll just grab the animator. We always need an animator, I suppose. Good thing we made the extend start. So one thing we can actually do in the start, we'll do I think it's a string. It might not be a string. I can't remember. Maybe it's an int. We'll call it movement ID. We could actually put this in its own class. It's probably better to put it in its own animation class. We'll do that later, probably. Movement ID. Dot get. Oh, I don't remember how to do this. Huh. Just look it up really quick. Can't remember how to do what I'm doing. UNITY3D Animator IDs. String to hash, is that it? Then we say animator dot larg. I don't remember. Let me just make sure I'm using this right so we don't have to spend a whole bunch of time figuring it out. Oh, everybody has their different opinions. I should should just go look at my other project where I did it, but I can't remember what project I did it in. Be nice if the docs were better. Okay, so yeah, you just put the name of it. I just wasn't sure. If we had people in the chat, that would be useful. I'm sure somebody could have just told me that instead of me having to spend so much time Googling such a stupid thing. But whatever. Maybe one day when I'm more popular. Alright, so we have the movement ID set. Now we can say animator.setBool movement ID true, or not true, it's animator.isMoving, or fuck me, is moving. Okay, so if is moving is true, it'll make the animator movement set to true. And this movement is just always true so far. Hell yeah, it's working, but it's not. Missing component, there is no animator attached. Of course there isn't, because it's in the child. Okay, what error do I have now? You mean it doesn't exist? Oh, moving. I think I typed movement. Yay. We finally have him running across the scene very slowly. So let's set up a speed variable. I really want to move this to an animation file. I'll be doing that very shortly. He moves down too much on the animation. He just like plops super fast. There's something weird in the animation. We'll figure it out later though. It's not a big deal right now. He's definitely moving too far down. Let's just try to fix that. It's bugging the crap out of me. Looks a little better. Let's see. Let's click play and see how it looks. Still doesn't look perfect, but I think that looks a lot better. I think it looks a lot better. Cool. So let's move the animations into its own folder. We'll make a entity animation, or just, I guess, animation. I don't know. We'll call it entity animations. So what we want to do Alright, so we're storing the movement script, so we can say movement.isMoving right here. So we actually need to go into here, and instead of it being protected, it needs to be public, so other files can see it. But I'm gonna make it write protected. I think it's the right word. Wow, what'd I do wrong? Oh man, see, this is another time where it'd be so useful if there's other programmers in the chat, or just somebody who could just tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong. 'Cause this is... oh, god damn it. The accessibility modifier, the movement.isMoving.get accessor, must be more restrictive than the property. Okay, goddamn. Jesus Christ in all heaven. Wow, that was retarded. Okay, whatever. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Alright. Now we have our animation file separated from our movement file. And this is hidden in the parent class with a protected set, so we can set it in here, but we can't set it in any other files. So we can only call this, we can't set it. So cool. Let's make sure the animation is still working. Nice. I don't think we have this file on him, do we? Nope. Cool. Still looking ploppy, isn't he? I don't know if it's like a new feature to make it double tapping F not follow the person or what, but God, it's so annoying. I need to update my editor so bad. So bad. Okay. What's the next step? Next step. Let's start creating a map in so it looks, we know what we're playing with. So we need a tower. We can go to Photoshop and make a little tower real quick. Let's see, what size is this? I don't know how to see. It's some size, I don't know. Definitely not that one. We'll just do this, 1024 by 800, sure. It sounds like a great tower size. Why not? That is a gorgeous tower. Do 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 do. Alright, we almost have this tower sort of set up. Greatest artwork ever. I don't know if you can actually hire somebody to create a better looking tower than this for your any type of project that you're working on. God, this is horrible looking. Okay. Fill it in black. It's not getting any better looking. We are going to make it symmetrical though. What the hell just happened? I'm so confused. I've never... I don't know. Whatever. I'm not asking questions. Huh? There we go. What in the heck? What the hell just happened? I've never seen that happen before. That was interesting. Alright. Whatever. Okay, here's our tower. We'll call it tower. Could even make it a sprite sheet and throw some damages on it. Maybe I'll use a shader for that. Be kind of cool. Did I just apply the tower as a material? What? What? Why is... What? I'm so confused. Why is it importing this as a fucking... Okay. Should actually probably make our entity on the 0th axis. Wow, he is not centered. Where the hell is the plane at? Are they like way up in the air? What the hell's going on? I'm so confused. Rage. Alright, that looks good. I think that's excellent. Cool. So glad we got that working. So it's small compared to him. 50. 25. Yeah, probably looks better with 0 rotation, I suppose. Totally just picked my nose on stream. Oh, son of a bitch. Fuck, we made all of our animations with... Oh no. I hate my life right now. That just makes me want to just... I just want to be done now. This really does suck. Fudge, fudge, fudge. I mean, this is gonna be so complicated to fix. Damn it. Well, I'm not too happy about that one. You know what we're gonna do? Put it wherever the hell back at where it's supposed to be. How about... There's a chance doing this, just going through and manually putting 0 in on everything might fix it. No! I was doing just fine a second ago. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure this is gonna fix it, and I'm not sure if something else is gonna fix it, so we're just gonna keep going through this way. This should be fine. I believe. I believe. Oh no, there's like a little... Why would it be doing that? Why? Why? Maybe if I re-auto it, we'll go clamped auto and then back to auto. Oh cool, I think that fixed it. Okay. Does he walk normally now? Oh, thank Jesus. That only took, what are we, 9 hours into the stream? Oh, man. Alright, for now, let's make the is moving is... We're going to line this out, even though it took an hour to write that. Now we'll do if is moving. Okay, that should still be fine. No, line that out. Okay, now we should be able to have a button right here to make him move or not move. Cool, we're doing our idle animation. And we click this. And we switch to the movement animation. We're getting somewhere. We are definitely getting somewhere. We are definitely getting somewhere. Cool. I'm excited. Maybe once this actually starts, give me like 3 more hours and maybe the stream would be like a little more entertaining, like we're actually developing a real game or something and I'm not just like fighting, remembering how to do the most basic stuff in Unity ever, because I'm sure that's not the most exciting thing to watch. But this is game development. This is what it takes to make a game. You don't just say create game. There's not a button that says create game, and then once you have said game created, you don't just type out shoot bullet from gun. You gotta create all that stuff, as you can see from this video so far. You gotta create everything. The joy of game dev. If you don't think you can handle it, don't roll with the big dogs. Don't even know if we're streaming right now because my live control room went down. Internet's still working, so the internet's not broken. It's just, it's not... Oh yeah, so my live control has been down. I've been wondering why nobody's really been talking. It's because my chat hasn't been. I guess the new feature they added must be pretty bugged. I'm assuming the stream is still up though. Give me a second and yeah. Try to get back into my stream control page. Do 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 do. Okay, I think I'm back in the dashboard. Hopefully my chat's actually going to update. Oh, you actually have to set it to live chat? What the fudge? What would be considered top chat in a live chat? Whatever. New feature. We'll just say, we'll roll with it. Cool that you've actually been here watching Bearded Eye. I thought I've just been talking to myself, to be honest. Not gonna lie. I don't even know how long ago when you said that was, because it's, yeah. Hopefully it's actually updating live though now. All your stickmen are belong to us. Okay. Next step, let's make a spawner. I am the top chat. You saw me pick my nose. That's funny. Yeah, we'll make a spawner system. Create empty. Probably don't actually need a game manager because we can just do this from a button, but we probably want something to hold all of our spawned units and stuff, which probably be best in the game manager. We can just... Maybe. Yeah, probably. We'll just do it this way for now. If we find a reason why it's not good, we'll change it. It was amazing. Spawner. I guess we should make a button, or should we just spawn it with a keyboard input for now? I mean, it takes 2 seconds to create a button. It'd be pretty lazy not to. Oh, it's been a lot more than 2 seconds. We'll just call it spawn unit, or the name of the button will be spawner, and what it will do is spawn a unit, which will be what the text says. Spawn Unity. Yeah. Make it a solid black color, because that slightly gray color kind of makes it look blurry. I don't know why they would make the default text color slightly gray. It is pretty good music, yeah. I usually only listen to EDM or non-lyrical music while I'm programming because it's less distracting. But I'm specifically listening to a album that is copyright free that won't get me copyrighted for this video. So yeah. I actually probably don't know the majority of the songs that are playing in this album. Right now it's Till Sunshine by Luke Bergs. Apparently it's copyright free. Solid black is the new black. Okay, spawn the unit, it's a thing. When you click it, our game manager is going to have a function in it called spawn unit. Should we have 2 functions for spawn unit and spawn friendly and spawn enemy? Or because you can only pass 1 variable in, we can make a custom custom on-click event where we can pass 2 variables. I don't know if I want to do that because it's been a while since I've done it and I know it's going to take me 30 minutes to remember how to do it. I'll definitely check them out. Airmech and Mormech. Sound familiar. Okay, where was I? We'll just make a spawner class for my units, and when we start adding in enemy units, we'll rethink how we have to do this. That's what I was thinking. The parameter optional. Well, I can do it through code easy. I just meant if I want it as 1 function. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. If I make the parameter optional, will it show up as in the button drop down? I've never tried that. Huh. I'll try it. Why not? Unity prefab. Transform parent. We're not going to parent it for now. We're literally just going to spawn this bad boy in. Do I even need more than 1 function in here now that I think about it? I guess not. I mean, we'll just make it a... Yeah, I think we only need 1 variable in here, actually. I don't even have anything set up for handling this. I don't know why. I'm thinking way too far ahead. What is ULT events? Is that like... Usually I don't use Unity event, well, unless I don't know if actions are actually Unity events, but I usually always use actions, but I don't know if you can pass an action through a button. I don't know. I'm trying to make this as simple as I can, and not trying to do a bunch of fancy stuff in this video, really. Spawner. Webcam's probably going down for a minute. I'm using my phone as my webcam, so yeah. I had to check a text message. Alright, spawn unit. Spawner. So clicking that should spawn a unit prefab. Let's set up our unit prefab. Buttons use Unity events for the one-click. Alt events are a third-party free upgrade to Unity events. Is it a GitHub package or something, or is it on the asset store? I don't think I've ever actually looked at it. I'm about to Google it just so I know what you're talking about. ULT event Unity 3D. Okay, Googling it did not help much. Yep, normal events. We all know what these are. Shitty Unity events that cause a whole bunch of garbage collection. They're great. Alt events. Ah, here it is. Okay, I found it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all this is what I was talking about with extending the what it passes through with your own functionality, using actions and stuff. Could be wrong, I don't know. My guess is this is the same way I usually code it myself. I don't know, they got some editor stuff in here. It could be actually pretty well done and not just basic actions. Alright, that looks pretty cool. I'll probably try it out. I usually don't use other people's programming assets, though. I'll use it to, like, help me program my ass, but I don't know. Every time I find myself adding in a whole bunch of assets that other people programmed, I just feel like it's not even my project anymore, and I just don't even enjoy working on it. But that's a pretty small thing. That's like a back-end programming thing. I would definitely probably try that out. Spawn! Spawn! Cool, they all spawned in. Now we need to set their positions. We did not spawn the right thing. So we don't actually... I don't know, leave that in. Entity unit. Get rid of him. Game manager. Okay, alright. Now we need to position him. We can set the transform in the instantiate. Setting your transform in your instantiate's always a better idea if you can. You can, can't you? I'm not wrong about that, right? Yeah, alright, cool. Negative 25, 0, 0. I think that's good. Guess if it's not friendly. Oh, well, that's not going to be the rotation. It'll actually be the scale, so we can go ahead and set that up. How about that? If friendly, transform.scales equals new vector 3, 1, 1, 1, else. Odin Inspector's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't actually gotten it yet, but God, I know it'd be nice. The only reason I actually haven't gotten it is because I've been working on a few things I might release on the asset store, and I don't want to work on it with the Odin Inspector because then you have to have the Odin Inspector to use my asset. But if I go ahead and program it, all the editor stuff myself without the Odin Inspector and still make it look nice, then makes the asset I work on better, I suppose. But I'm extremely excited. I don't know if you've seen the updates for the like XML editor scripting that they're doing. Oh my god. That's gonna be gorgeous. That's gonna be so great. Yeah, that's what I always use is delegates and action events. The only time I use Unity events is if I'm just trying to like very quickly program something. I don't know. I use them every once in a while if I'm just don't care about my garbage collection or lag or any form of performance at all. I actually did make a whole package around Unity events once because it didn't need to use them that often, but still not a good idea. Okay, I think that's set up. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, that physics lag. Let's try negative 15. I guess we could just drag one in and see where he should be standing at, actually. Oh, negative 15 looks perfect. Yeah, same here. Unity events for faster workflow, pretty much. Negative 19 to negative 10. What in the hell? Is this really a copyright-free song? Oh, I never realized that. Never mind. I'm just gonna be quiet. Where the fuck am I missing a thing at? Open, open, close, close. Oh. 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 Oh, that's what those other zeros were for. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Yep. Alright, have a good day, man. Appreciate stopping by and watching part of the stream. It was enjoyable. See you later, man. I don't know what it's trying to override, so we're just gonna set it in here instead. Because yeah, I don't know. Quaternion, the matrix conversion failed. I don't even know what it's talking about. Oh, at least I made the graphic for the character before the video. We'd probably still be on that part if I didn't. Meant to ask you how you liked my thumbnail before you left. That was my most YouTube thumbnail I've ever made. The most YouTubey of YouTube thumbnails. What am I doing? We spawn the Unity or a unit in. We have a God damn it! I just deleted the wrong thing. All right, so we have a button to spawn in some units. I guess let's make a button to send our units to attack, which is just making them move pretty much. So we need to store all of our units is the next thing we need to do. We don't need to start in an update. Even if you don't have functionality in your start and update, it's still going to call behind the scenes with the Unity core programming if you have them inside of your class at all. So don't have them if you're not using them, or you're just wasting performance, and there's no need to waste your performance. I'm actually going to order some dinner really quick before it gets too late. Yeah, because it's Monday, and I need to order delivery. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I do it on stream, but there's literally no telling what you could get copyright striked for. I would hate to get copyright striked because I showed some pizza in my shirt. Pizza Hut out here copyright striking YouTube videos. I'm to lean down to see underneath my microphone. It covers my side screen more than it covers my other screen. Pretty sure I have a free pizza. Oh my god, I do have a free pizza. Always have a free pizza. Hand tossed, creamy garlic buttery blend. This is now a pizza stream, boys. Bacon and chicken. Continue. No. Check out. Oh yeah, it's free. I guess let's add some extra stuff since that my charge is 0. Well, I don't really want anything else. Cinnamon sticks sound good. They're gonna make me order $9.99 worth, even though my pizza's worth $9.99. I'm just getting it for free, so shouldn't it still be considered that my order is over $9.99? That's kind of messed up, right? I feel like I'm getting Jewed here. Whatever, not a big deal. I'll just get more food. I'm fat. It's straight. It's straight. Oh, what's something super cheap? Some fucking stuffed garlic knots. Just buy a whole bunch of Parmesan packets. Stuffed garlic knots are not cheap. Alright, I got my pizza ordered. I feel like there was one other thing I wanted to do too before we started back with the programming. Could increase my text size, huh? Wouldn't that make life easier? How long has it been? How long have we been programming? It's been like 2 hours? 2 hours and I finally remembered to make my text bigger. Why has nobody said anything? Jeevis. Jeevis, Jeevis, Jeevis. Whatever, guys. Alright, Pizza Hut's making my order. I'm going to grab a Dr. Pepper and let my doggy outside. He's been patiently waiting for a while now, so... Coming? Give me... Let me see. Let me see. What am I thinking? What was I... My average watch time is 17 minutes. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. That's funny. Oh shit, I don't remember what I was doing. or spawn some enemies, we need to store them into an array. So let's make an array. Or a list. We'll do a list, not an array. A list of game objects. Guess we could make them a list of entities. Yeah, let's make it a list of entities. Friendly units. Now we'll say friendly units dot add obj dot get component entity. So it'll add the entity script from the object that we created, which should be on the prefab of the object. So now, since we have that, we can create another function called public void set movement. We'll do a for loop over our friendly units. We could make a reference to our movement class in here, and then if it has a movement class, it'll just use it, I guess. Are we even using? Yeah, we might as well, right? So this is a list of entities. Why can't I just get movement from here? Oh, public. Or value, not true. Create a button to actually do that. We'll call it attack because that's technically what they'll be doing when we click that. Set movement to true. So let's spawn a bunch of people and attack. Nice, it did absolutely nothing. It's spawning. Did we not actually set up the button? Did I just duplicate it and roll? Oh, it's doing both. But it still doesn't look like it's doing anything, does it? Let's try it again. Spawn a unit, attack. Print is moving. It's public, so it's accessible from anywhere. So I don't know what we're doing wrong. I don't know what's going on. Movement is okay. Attack button on click does set movement to true. Set movement unit count I know what it is. We're not spawning friendly units. Even though that makes no sense because they should have been facing the other way if they weren't friendly. Frustrating. So, that's irritating actually. So let's spawn him, let's look, let's put him on a -1, and he does flip around. So why, if my button spawner is set to here, does it not put him on a, if friendly, transform.local scale, oh, duh. Object.transform.local scale. Spawn him. Okay, now let's make it not friendly. Why are you telling me that? Really? So we're not going to be able to use that? We're going to have to use rotation instead, huh? Okay, well that's fine. We'll just use rotation instead. So what we'll do is object.transform.rotation Euler angles equals new vector 3 0 180 0, and that's if it's not friendly. Because it is not a variable. Oh yeah, we gotta do quaternion new rot equals new quaternion with the Euler angles of this. Can we not do this yet? Could have sworn we can. Whatever. I'll just set this to new right. There we go. That should work beautifully. Spawn. Yay, okay, cool, we have enemy units now. And one of them rotated still. I actually removed the scale. Well, apparently, I've never noticed this before, but when you have a box collider, let's click on my person. Or bring him into the scene, that'll make it easier. If you have a box collider and you make his scale negative, well, let's just see. Let's click play. You actually get an error says that box colliders do not support negative scale or size, which does remind me that it says don't change your scale from 111 when using a Unity collider. So, yeah. We're going to use a 180 rotation instead of a -1 scale for facing to the left. Yep. Alright. Let's make sure the attack button's working. I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it's not, I mean. What'd I do wrong this time? Okay, what did that do wrong? Oh, they have to be spawned as friendlies. Oh, shouldn't they have been friendlies? Oh, this is supposed to be a 0 and this is supposed to be 180. Yep, so we'll set it default to 180 and then 0 if it's a friendly. Really, it should be default to 0. And then we'll change it to 180 if it's an enemy. How about that? That makes a little more sense, I think. So we can just get rid of this. There we go. Maybe 180 and not 190. Maybe 180 and oh my god, 180. Oh no. Alright. 50th time is a charm. We got friendlies. Wow. Wow. What did I do? So when you click this, set movement to whatever this is. Oh, we want to set the movement to true, and we want to spawn friendlies. That took way too long. Alrighty. Ooh, my pizza's on the way. Next thing we are going to do and start creating an attacking system. Should we add in a tower and make it attack the tower next? Or should we start adding in enemy units and make them fight each other next? Probably make them fight each other next, right? That makes a little more sense in my mind, I guess. I mean, I drew this tower and I haven't done anything with it. It's just kind of chilling here. Or I could go ahead and, well, I guess that's the first step of making them fight. We could go ahead and add in the ability to spawn enemy units also. Let's make an enemy tower. How about that? That's the next thing we'll do. My pizza's gonna be here soon. I have to start paying attention for it. I don't want him to knock on another door because people sleeping. I don't want them to wake up because I have a pizza coming. People in my house go to sleep at like 9 p.m. It's like 9:40 p.m. I owe the guy 16 bucks. Usually like to give a $10 tip for pizza. Is that a lot? Do y'all leave $10 tips for like $16 worth of pizza? I mean, that's over 50%, right? That's kind of like an insane tip, isn't it? If I got 50% tip when I was serving, I would have been so happy. Let me get some money. Let me get this money. So $16 is what I owe him. 10, 15, 16. And there's his tip. It is a good tip. I figured it was a good tip also. I don't know. They have to drive out here and bring me their food, my food. I feel like they deserve. If I get like 16 bucks, 20% would be like $2 or $3, and I don't know. I wouldn't be happy with a small tip for driving your pizza to you for $2 or $3 bucks. But I guess they are the ones that chose that job, right? I guess not everybody exactly chooses the job they want. Yeah, that'll be the next thing we do is I'll spawn in enemy units and then make them fight each other. Yeah. Alright, so I guess the way we'll spawn units in for now, because there's no gold or resource collection to decide on can you spawn a unit. So I'll probably just make a spawn enemy unit button for now. That's gonna be the easiest thing to do. And then we'll make it automated. It won't be too long before we start making it automated. How horribly do these deform? Not that bad, actually. But I want this one here. And then these two, I guess, can go here. Much better. So spawn enemy. This is trivially easy. We're done. I guess we're not exactly done, are we? We gotta do a few more things. I guess it'll be more, it's more code, but I'm pretty sure it's a little better optimization to do this. I think I heard my pizza. I was not correct. I was not correct. Let's figure out where they need to stand at. Around 140. We'll go from 148 to 130. 148 to 130. Should be the same on the other side, right? Roughly. No, sort of, but no. Negative 148 to negative 130. Then we'll do 140 to 160. Or 148 to 1... I don't know. Well, I don't know. 140 to 160. We'll change it later, I'm sure. Oh. I guess we can... that would make a lot more sense, huh? What? Oh. What? Oh, he was already spawned. I thought it spawned like 2 units at once or something. So that would make more sense if we just put new rot right here. Just say new rot and new rot. We can get rid of this. Now we have one less access into our transform. I have a friendly, an enemy, who is not rotated the correct way. I could have sworn that we already fixed that problem. I guess the new rot thing I just didn't work, huh? I guess that confirms that was not successful programming. Why does that not work? Oh, we got rid of the thing that makes new rot 180. Oh, duh. Well, that was stupid, wasn't it? I'm still waiting on my pizza. My pizza's on delivery and it should be here soon. That's why I keep getting up and looking out the door. I'll probably take a small break when my pizza gets here, but I'm probably gonna keep coding the rest of the night for like a couple more hours. If I'll probably live stream this tomorrow also. I'll eventually have to take a break because I need to do the next series in the UNITY3D series. I mean, that video series gets all my views. None of my other stuff really gets views compared to it, so I have to finish that series. And it's actually gaining in views too. Usually like a playlist, like the first video gets the best views and the rest of them get like crap views, but every video so far in my UNITY3D series has been like exponentially growing in views. So I feel like I need to keep going with them. And it's pretty fun too. Once the C# comes out for it, I think if I get my videos out fast enough when C# comes out, maybe I'll actually be like a channel that's like not some tiny unknown channel and people would feel like I'm a little more legit, I guess is a good word for it. I don't know, we'll see. Let's make attack, make everyone attack. My food's here. You found my channel because of Project Tiny. See what I mean? That's what everybody's watched on my channel. I guess, honestly, my Unity Tiny videos are a little better than my other videos, even though they're still not that good. I talk really choppy because it's hard to remember what I'm trying to say, because it's not like I'm a professional with Unity Tiny or something, so I'm like, my brain's still trying to process what I'm trying to teach, if that makes sense. Still quite new, but I love it. It's been a lot of fun. But I am going to eat my pizza. I don't know, I should probably end my stream while I eat and then restart it when I start again. It's probably smart. I'll probably do that. I really appreciate you being in the chat and chatting with me while I work on the game, though. It's been nice. I've been enjoying it, actually. It's been making programming better than not programming on a stream. Wow, I worded that bad. But yeah, I'm gonna eat dinner. I'm pretty hungry. I'll probably be back online in an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I'm not really sure exactly how long it'll be, but yeah, we got sort of far. It does. It does what? I wonder how bad my delay is. I'm assuming it's semi-bad. Oh yeah, in the video my arm's still like up. I just put my arm down. Alright, well, I'm zoning out. I'm gonna eat my food and I'll be back in like an hour and a half. I appreciate everybody watching. It's been a lot of fun. Coding live's a lot funner than not. Oh, what I said. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. See y'all later. I wonder if I should try to post my stream on Reddit or on Facebook, because I know my Unity Tiny videos get great likes on that Facebook group, but I don't know if it's allowed to post a stream, and I don't know about posting a stream on Reddit either. I'd really hate to get hate, and I'd rather just like have people come in and talk in the channel instead of like just a bunch of people clicking to see what the hell it is and then just come in and be a douche and then leave. But yeah, so I don't know if I want to actually advertise that I'm live streaming or not. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna eat. Y'all have a great day. I'll be in the chat probably. I'll probably leave the chat open for a little while. But bye.